All right, how's about we dive in with another reading from The Secret Language of Birthdays book for May 15th, the day of the Dreamweavers. And we've got us some psilocybin mushrooms connected by a cat's cradle, it looks like. That's right, a god's nod or something like that. Hey, is it May 15th and it's your birthday? Well, if it is, I just want to extend you a heartfelt happy birthday. And if May 15th has long since passed and you're just coming to this video fresh, well, I hope you had a happy birthday. And for everyone else who's just curious and dropping in, well, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. And if it's not, well, hey, I hope you enjoy yourself. And thanks for dropping in. Maybe you'll stick around for when it is your birthday, because I plan on doing a video for it. All right. Your month is May. Your day is the 15th. Your sign is 24 to 26 degrees Taurus. Your period, Taurus III specifically, and your elemental qualities is fixed earth. May 15th, the day of the Dreamweavers. In a very natural manner, May 15th people are able to exemplify what those around them are unconsciously striving to attain. Consequently, others may be attracted to those born on this day without really knowing why. May 15th people may also be surprised by such attention, as they themselves are often unaware of their magnetism. They simply have a gift for quietly and unostentatiously, butcher, touching the hearts of their family, friends, or colleagues. One reason that those born on this day do not draw great attention to themselves is that on first glance they do not seem to be doing anything so much out of the ordinary, and their outward appearance does not particularly set them apart. The charm of May 15th people may not be immediately apparent, but it is generally after some time has passed that those involved with them come to realize their power. The materials that May 15 people work with come from everyday life, but those born on this day have a remarkable talent for putting these mundane materials through a kind of creative alchemy and weaving a resultant tapestry which touches one's inner core. Wow. They do not touch everyone so deeply. Only those who are tuned to their wavelength are so powerfully affected. May 15 people are often loners. They are capable of working ordinary jobs in the daytime while exploring more unusual interests after work and on weekends. Sometimes their immersion in private worlds can cut them off from their fellow human beings and cause quite serious psychic problems. Those born on this day should always be encouraged to express themselves, perhaps first sharing their ideas or projects with a few intimates, and later emerging to present them to a more public setting. The ultimate goal is, of course, that they are able to spend the greater part of their time doing what they love best. Unfortunately, since they are rarely aggressive, they may choose not to emerge at all, and the few admirers they have may wind up supporting them emotionally or even financially. This can become a real problem for everyone concerned. May 15 people must sooner or later step out on their own, assume responsibility for their talents, and seek to further their careers. Their ability to please can then be put to work in a wider social context, instead of just getting bottled up in personal frustration. May 15 people generally feel that many quiet years of training are necessary to establish one's inner discipline, because it is most important not to lead others astray once successful. Those born on this day are thus loath to seek positions of power until they have first fully prepared themselves and paid their dues while forming ideas and attitudes which can have such an impact on other people. All right, hey, let's move on to those born on this day so we know what company May 15th folks are in. L. Frank Baum, who was the writer of The Wizard of Oz, creator of Dorothy the Tin Man and the Woodman, the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, and he tapped America's collective consciousness, or unconscious, rather. Claudio Monteverde, Italian Baroque composer. Brian Eno, he was a British electronic composer, musician. Jasper Johns, a pop artist. James Mason, a British film actor. Peter Shaffer, a British playwright, he wrote Amadeus. Richard Avedon, a society fashion photographer for Vogue. Joseph Cotton, who was a film actor. Pierre Curie, who was a French Nobel Prize-winning physicist. He co-discovered radium and was run over by a car, apparently. Richard J. Daley, who was a senior, Chicago mayor, big city boss. Catherine Ann Porter, short story writer, novelist, Ship of Fools. Mikhail Bulgakov, Ukrainian-Russian writer, The Master and Marguerite. Jacob Rothschild, member of the financier family, Paris branch. George Brett, baseball third baseman, three-time American League batting champion. Eddie Arnold, who was a country singer, sold over 7 million records. Mike Oldfield, who was a British composer, instrumentalist. Tubular Bells. Max Frisch, Swiss playwright, novelist, wrote Stiller. David Cronenberg, Canadian film director, Dead Ringers and Naked Lunch. Don Bragg, a U.S. Olympic gold medal winning pole vaulter. And we got Mario Monticelli, Italian film director. Let's hope it's a girl. All right, moving on to your numbers and your planets. Those born on the 15th of the month are ruled by the number 6, as 1 plus 5 equals 6, and by the planet Venus. Those ruled by the number 6 tend to be charismatic and sometimes even inspire worship in others. Since, as mentioned, the number 6 is associated with the planet Venus, and Taurus is also ruled by Venus, May 15th people may be overly Venusian and thus passive. They must try to be more assertive and bring their Mars energies into action. In this way, their Mars male and Venus female sides will be balanced. All right, let's move on to your tarot. The 15th card of the major arcana, the Devil. That's right, it indicates a fear and desire, a dynamic working where sexual attraction, irrationality, and passion are concerned. The devil holds us slave through our need for security and money. He represents our base nature grasping for security. He controls us through the irreconcilable differences which exist in our male and female nature. The positive side of this card is sexual attraction and the expression of passionate desires. But the card reminds us that although we are bound to our bodies, our spirits are free to float. Free to soar, rather. I add a little bit in there. Anyway, let's move on to your health. Those born on May 15th may be prey to their own dream weaving. They must guard against isolating themselves in an unreal inner world, cut off from reality. Therefore, all activities that bring them into contact with their fellow human beings, whether physical, to say exercise, running, team sports, or social, to say dancing, parties, and dinners, are healthy and recommended. As far as diet is concerned, May 15 people are encouraged to extend their typical Taurus love for food to the widest variety of culinary delights. Perhaps this appreciation of varied cuisines can afford opportunities to make friends and acquaintances. To this end, taking up cooking is also helpful. May 15 people should be particularly on guard against sex and love addictions, or becoming overly attached to one person to the exclusion of all else. Again, such behavior only promotes the isolationist tendencies of May 15. All right, here is some advice. When you are ready, your preparations complete, go for it. All right? You are right to act responsibly and weigh social obligations, but be more active in furthering your cause. Never forget the bond between love and enlightenment. Learn to share and allow others into your private world. All right, and here is your meditation. Love, in a spiritual sense, may mean seduction to a higher level. All right. And here are your strengths and weaknesses. Your strengths: imaginative, naturally magnetic. And your weaknesses: frustrated, isolated, and passive. Your season is spring. Your sign is Taurus once again, Taurus III specifically, and your element qualities is fixed earth. And hey, this has been The Secret Language of Birthdays book. I have a affiliate link down in the description there for you if you're interested. This thing is great as a coffee table book. It's sold over 1 million copies for a reason, as I tend to say. And man, it's just going to blow open a conversation if you happen to have someone over. I know it says you're a little bit of a recluse and you keep to yourself, but if you ever do have company, this thing's sure to get the conversation started for better or for worse as an icebreaker. Hey, did you find that this spoke to you or didn't, described you to a T or wasn't anywhere close? Well, hey, let me know down in the comments. Let's start the conversation, yeah? Because I know when I was read my day, I didn't agree either. But then somebody pointed out to me the reasons why it did fit, and I did some self-reflection, and I was like, you know what? I think you're right. So the ego's getting in the way or something. But in any event, yeah, get you a copy of the birthday book there, down in the description. And, you know, if you don't want to buy this, click on the link anyway. Show me some support. I'd appreciate it. In any event, happy birthday once again. And for everyone else who just happened to stop in, just out of curiosity, I hope you enjoyed yourself. And I hope to see you back here for your birthday proper. All right. You take care of yourselves.